Welcome back to Cop Returns, the channel that stands for accountability, transparency, and the right to question authority without fear. Subscribe now if you believe in holding power accountable and protecting your right to film in public. This footage comes courtesy of the original uploader. Link below for full credit and support that a routine airport drop-off spirals into a confrontation over ID and authority. What begins as a calm encounter quickly evolves into a legal showdown, as one driver challenges an officer's claim of power on private yet public grounds. This is where rights meet resistance, and everything begins to shift.
Why do you need my driver's license?
We're waiting for a supervisor, okay?
I understand. Why do you need my driver's license?
Why?
Why?
Yourself, like who you are.
Why do you need to identify me?
Sir, you're on airport property.
That has nothing to do with anything. I'm parked. I was parked when you guys came up to me.
Yeah.
You didn't pull me over. I was parked.
I see that you're recording.
Of course I am, because you guys are asking me for my insurance, driver's license, and everything.
The encounter opens with confusion cloaked in authority. The driver, parked and peaceful, faces an unexpected demand for identification without any visible cause. This moment sets the tone for a deeper struggle, where the question of reasonable suspicion quietly looms in the air. The calm composure of the civilian contrasts sharply with the officer's growing insistence, hinting that this won't remain a simple conversation for long.
For what
Which you
reason?
have the authority to do.
Says who?
So it's the Highway Traffic Act.
Why do you have to have that for no reason? You don't even have a reason. What did I do? What did I break a law?
We have the right to ask anyone for their insurance.
Well, I don't mind giving it to you, but I don't like the fact that you just come up and you want my driver's license, insurance, and for no reason. Because I was parked. I wasn't speeding. I wasn't doing anything illegal. There was nothing.
Then what's the problem?
That's what I'm saying. Then what's the problem? Why would you ask me for that stuff?
Because we have the authority to do so.
What? That's not an answer.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. That's
We got a call
that's
for a suspicious vehicle that was abandoned at an airport. Okay?
Oh, so you think there's something wrong with the vehicle?
I'm telling you why you're being stopped. Why we're here.
I wasn't
got a call.
stopped. I wasn't stopped. You just said why I'm being stopped.
Why you're being detained right now, because technically you're being detained.
I'm detained?
Any traffic stop is a detention.
Authority leans in harder, framing the interaction as a lawful duty rather than a choice. The civilian's firm questioning exposes the weakness in that stance. No violation, no suspicion, yet still a demand for compliance. When the officer admits it's a detention, the air shifts. Now it's no longer a friendly chat, but a legal moment with rights in play. The exchange becomes a silent tug-of-war between personal liberty and procedural dominance.
Okay, so I'm detained.
That's semantics.
No, I would, now you let me know that I'm detained. So, anyways, when your supervisor comes out, then we can go further with that. I just, didn't do anything wrong. I dropped my family off at the airport. I got a $75 ticket, which sucks, because I have 3 kids and 1 wife and 7 luggages and 3 knapsacks to take in
There's always
there.
an option to park your vehicle.
No, there isn't, because there was the parking. I was going to do that, and the parking only goes to, here. Right? This is too high for the parking. I was going to pay the $14 or $20 to park it and then go and be able to say goodbye to my family, but I couldn't even go in there, right? So I know you can say that, but it wasn't even an option for me. So anyways, I'm not filming you to be a dick. I'm just filming you because I want to know that I'm not going to be violated here. Perfect.
The driver explains his family situation with calm frustration, grounding the moment in everyday reality. Yet his reasoning collides with a wall of official certainty, where empathy gives way to enforcement. It's a reminder of how often ordinary people must defend their innocence against assumption alone. Here, law fades into ego, and the right to question is treated as defiance.
How are you doing today?
Sir, how are you?
Good.
I'm fine.
I asked for you
Yep, no problem.
because I was parked here.
Yep.
I got a ticket back there because I was bringing my family in with all their luggage.
Okay.
I couldn't park in the underground because
Right.
this thing's
High.
too
Yep.
high.
Yep.
Then, after getting the ticket, I moved up here and stopped, and then these two came and then asked me for driver's license, insurance, and registration. And I don't see why, because I'm just parked. I wasn't even in motion.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's why I requested you, because I've done nothing wrong, broke no law,
right.
and then somebody's asking me for that.
Okay. Well, you are on private property, right? This airport belongs to airport property,
This is public.
but this is assigned to the airport over here, right?
It's still
And we are-
public,
okay.
right?
but
This is
I'm-
public, right?
No, this is private.
A supervisor enters, bringing a shift in tone but not in control. The focus pivots to technicalities, private property, airport rules, and jurisdiction. Beneath the surface lies a murky legal question. When public access meets private ownership, where do constitutional rights begin and end? The calm exchange masks a critical truth. Authority thrives in ambiguity.
It's all private. As soon as you come
I know it's private, but this is how the public gets in.
No,
It's
and if you
public
want,
access.
we can call a public safety officer to come and tell you that. They're GTAA employees,
I'm just saying it is public access.
but it's private property,
Oh,
right?
That's fine, yeah.
So that's why these officers are asking you for your driver's license, ownership, insurance.
On private
You left-
property.
You left your vehicle unattended, right? That's what the call
It was
service
parked with the four ways on.
But unattended. Were you inside the vehicle?
No, I
So it was unattended.
went in there.
Yeah, so it's unattended. You left it unattended.
Yeah, and it was parked with the four ways on.
Doesn't
There was-
matter.
There's
you
no reason
there's-
for that.
You can't park here with four ways on and leave your vehicle unattended.
Well, I
You
got a
have to-
ticket for it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
It
which
was
is fine.
already dealt with, and that's why I'm saying why is it carrying on? Why does it have to carry on after it's already dealt with?
But then you moved up a little bit and then you left your vehicle unattended again.
No, I didn't. No,
Okay,
I didn't.
So you just moved it up.
I just moved it up.
Okay, and is there a reason why you're still here?
My family's still inside. I haven't even said goodbye to my family. They're
The supervisor reframes the entire issue as a property enforcement matter, claiming power through regulation rather than suspicion. The civilian listens but stands firm, drawing a clear line between policy and law. What follows is quiet resistance, measured, respectful, but unwavering. In that composure lies the true shift of power from compliance to understanding.
checking in, right?
So if you want to park your vehicle, you can't park your vehicle here and leave it unattended. If you leave it here
I'm not
unattended,
leaving it attended.
Okay, so now since they're inside, if you want to say goodbye to them, I know you can't park there. You have to park at the Tim Hortons, and you have to walk over this way.
But I'm not going in there to say goodbye. They're coming out to say
You
goodbye.
can't wait here. So it's either you're going to keep circling around.
That's fine with me.
repeatedly, right?
I don't mind
Yeah,
circling
so
around.
You keep
I just
circling around.
like-
But if you leave it unattended, then we're going to tow it.
yeah,
right?
no,
Whether
that's
you-
fine.
whether you're standing-
That's, no, I understand that from
Yeah.
the lady, right?
So even if you're standing curbside, right,
Yeah.
and this vehicle's unattended, we're going to tow it, right?
Yeah.
Because you've been asked to leave. You got a ticket already. Next
I
option
wasn't
is-
asked to leave. I just got a ticket.
Okay, well now I'm going
Right,
to ask you to leave. I understand you're waiting for someone, but they're not here right now. You're standing outside here.
Yeah, they're
so circle
checking
back
in.
around, no problem. But the second you leave this unattended, if
They're
security
right
calls
there,
us,
by the way,
Yeah,
so-
if security calls and leaves it unattended, it's going to get towed. So if you don't want your vehicle being towed and you're not going to leave it unattended, I would suggest leaving it at the Tim Hortons at Jetliner and Airport
Yep.
Road, and you can either walk this way or take a cab here, and then the cab.
By this point, the narrative is clear. The officers rely on institutional language to justify their hold, while the civilian dismantles each point with logic. The phrase authority to ID you becomes the battleground for truth. This isn't about one driver. It's about how easily control can replace cause. In that contrast, we see the essence of these encounters. Rights tested, power unchecked.
Take you back to your ambulance.
They're literally going to their flight. They're going to come and say, goodbye and then go to their flight.
Yeah.
Now they're going the opposite way because you guys are here.
So wherever they're going, if they're checking
Coming
in,
out that door.
Yeah.
They tried to get it out.
I guess that's why. But yeah, like I said, that was the whole thing I'm here for.
And just to let you know, we do have authority to ID you, okay?
I
So you can-
I think if you pull me over for a traffic stop, yes. But if you don't pull me over for a traffic stop, you don't. Is that not correct?
well,
Am I wrong?
You're still on private property.
No, but am I
that's
wrong?
That's where our powers come into place when you're on private property. Right?
But,
and now
again,
we're agents of the
yes.
property. That's where we come into play. Okay, traffic stop. Yeah, no matter what, you have to ID yourself during a traffic.
Of course,
traffic
but
stop,
it's not a
right?
traffic stop.
But right now you're on private property, so if you were asked for your ID, you're gonna have to provide your ID. Okay.
So you're paid by the airport?
GTAA. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you want to say bye to your family, and then
I
you can
do.
get going. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
As the situation winds down, the officers retreat behind procedure, leaving the man uncharged but unsettled. No law was broken, only boundaries were tested. This moment captures why knowledge of rights is the strongest defense against overreach. Did this stay within lawful bounds? Or did the officers cross a legal or ethical line? Comment your thoughts and subscribe for more breakdowns.